Hi, I'm Mandy Curry with Healthy Kids Inc. Thanks for joining us. You had a chance to see some of the foods that we prepped for the week. One of our foods that we prepped was a shrimp stir fry, and quite honestly, it's a little bit intimidating. There's a lot of different steps to it and quite a few ingredients. So we wanted to bring our chef to join us and to show you how to go ahead and cook up this meal. So we're going to head over here to the stove. I'll refresh you on a couple of things as far as prepping. We have everything ready for us to go ahead and put in the pan. Rice is a great thing that you can prep in advance. You could actually make this in a rice cooker or a steamer on the weekend and preserve in a bag and just pull it out whenever you're ready. Shrimp, you can keep that frozen, but you can actually pull it out of the freezer the day that you need it and go ahead and put it in your refrigerator so that it's thawed and ready to go when dinner time comes. We have peas here that you can also have ready in advance, and we've already chopped up some onions, and you could do that on the weekend as well and have ready for you. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the chef to show you how to cook the meal.
Alright, so the first step that it wants us to do is go ahead and heat our pans on about medium heat to cook our eggs. We've got a large egg here that is lightly beaten. You can just beat it with a fork, and you want to whip it pretty good. I see a lot of people when they whip eggs like this with a fork, they do it really slow like this, and that's more of a wet mop action, so you really want to get in there and beat the egg lightly, but not too much. So start with that, and we'll go ahead and cook our eggs. Got some non-stick cooking spray in the pan, and we're basically just going to scramble these eggs. You can either cook them whole or scramble them and then kind of chop them up, but scrambling is pretty easy because it goes ahead and breaks up the eggs for you. I'm just going to use the spatula to do that. Another thing when cooking eggs, always do so on a lower temperature than what you think you may need. A lot of people cook their eggs on too high of a heat. You end up with a really rubbery product in the end. So this shouldn't take too long. We're going to crumble this up into our stir fry when we are done. So these eggs are cooking pretty quickly. You just want to make sure that there is no runny yolk left. So we'll give that just a second. You can season these with a little bit of pepper, a little salt. You could really flavor them just about any way you'd like. I'll just do a little crack of pepper. You can go ahead and start breaking these up with your spatula. I'm going to leave them in some larger pieces now. You can break them down into smaller pieces should you need to. Alright, so we've got our eggs cooked, and we're going to remove these from the pan. I'm going to do so carefully. You can add those to the rice. We also have our peas that we've cooked in advance. Now you can cook those according to packaged instructions if you get the frozen steamer peas, or you can simply steam them yourself in your rice steamer or in just a pan with a little bit of water. So, done that, we're going to add a little bit of oil back to the pan in just 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and add in our peas to our rice mixture. We've got these nice, beautiful green peas and the yellow eggs. It's going to be a really pretty dish. We've also got the green onions. I'm going to reserve a little bit of those peas. You can always sprinkle those over the top. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to my pan now. Don't want to add too much, just about a tablespoon. And then we will begin to saute our green onions. So we've got these already chopped up. You can hear a sizzle. Add those to the pan. I'm going to let these go for just a minute or two, and then we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp as well, and then I might add another splash of oil. It's always a good idea to add or be a little bit more conservative when you add the oil. You may want to add more as you go on, but it's a lot easier to have to add more than it is to take it out. You can already smell those onions cooking up. Alright, I'm going to make some space in here for our shrimp. Let's go in. We've already got them peeled. These in. I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning to these. A couple twists of cracked black pepper. Now, a lot of people find stir fries to be intimidating normally because there are so many steps, but a lot of that rest in your prep. So if you've got your prep down, these stir fries come together relatively quickly once you get everything going in the pan. And that's one thing I really enjoy about stir fries is they're normally a one-pot dish. Makes it easy when you come home in the evenings to have everything prepped and ready to go. And all you have to do is add them to your pan and cook. Gives you more time to spend with the family, that is for sure. Alright, so I'm going to bring up the heat just a little bit to allow these shrimp to cook. Now, just off the top of my head, some things that you could add to this to switch it up a little bit. You could always add in some fresh squeezed lemon juice or lime juice if you want to brighten up the flavors. That would go great over top of these shrimp. Of course, I just used a little bit of pepper, but you could make this a spicy stir fry if you wanted to. Add red chili flake or something like that. If your family's not into the spicy stuff, you could even make it a little bit sweeter. You could use like a Chinese 5-spice or something like that. Alright. We'll just give our shrimp just a few more minutes to cook. I'm going to let them do their thing. Alright, so our shrimp are looking good. I think they're just about cooked. Got some nice liquid release from the shrimp into the pan. That's a lot of flavor, so don't think that you need to get rid of that. That goes good with the onion mixture that we've got in here. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the heat to low. There's going to be some residual heat left in the pan, and we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients to this. You could remove the ingredients from the pan and put them in a larger bowl and mix it all together and serve that way, or if you want to serve just from the stove, you can do it this way. So I'm going to add our eggs and our rice and our peas. You could also really do any vegetables you like. Carrots, you could use zucchini, squash, a lot of different things could be added to this, so don't feel confined just to the recipe instructions here. Okay, make sure that we get everything combined together. And then we have a little bit of seasoning to add to this in the form of sesame oil and some soy sauce. You could also use some rice vinegar, or as I said earlier, you could use lime juice, lemon juice, something of that nature. This looks delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add in our seasoning. Make sure you sprinkle this all throughout. The rice will really soak that up. We're using a light soy sauce today to reduce the sodium in the recipe. Toss all that together and you can really start to smell it. The leftover heat in the pan will really bring all those flavors together as well. This is a point also where you could adjust seasoning, add any other additional flavorings you'd like, and it's ready to serve. So finish mixing this up and we're good to go.